This short video will assist you in preparing for advisory for the week of September 21st through the 25th. On slide 2, you'll see the agenda. Note that students will need to complete the first round of My Sabers this week. On slide 3, you'll see the usual welcome graphic. Continue using highs and lows or something else that you have developed for your advisory group. If you need ideas, those can be found on the PLT course in Canvas. On slide 4, you'll see answers to questions that were submitted last week. These are questions and answers that apply to the entire student body. If you had questions that you submitted that were more teacher specific, someone will follow up with you as quickly as we are able to. On slide 5, we are offering a tech tip of the week, and this week's tip is how to split the screen on your iPad. There is a very short 1 or 2 minute video that walks students through this process. Encourage them to try that out. On slide 6, students will need to complete this task on their iPad. It does work on a phone, but not as well. Sometimes the solutions get cut off and they don't see all of the different choices that they can pick from. When you play the video, it will give a short introduction to what is My Sabers, and of course it will direct them on the location for accessing My Sabers and their login information as well. On slide 7 or 8, 7 is for in-person, 8 is for remote. This is the heart of the lesson this week. The topic is compassion, and the component that we're looking at this week is listening. The first thing you should do is play the video, and there will be a 10-minute video created by the Compassion Committee that focuses on the area of listening. The video itself mentions what students have already talked about this year with compassion. It references the orientation video, and then also kind of lays out the foundation for what the goal is of the Compassion Committee this year. So you shouldn't need to say much to your students in advance of playing the video, as the video itself takes care of that. Once you've played the video, then you'll return to this slide, and as you advance the slides, the numbers 1 through 5 will pop up here outlining the activity. Please oversee this activity with your students. The remote version is slightly different, as expected, but that is outlined on slide 8. The video is the same for all students. On slide 9 are some junior-only directions, and this is information regarding the PSAT. On slide 10, there is some senior-only information. Seniors do need to complete this task. This is not a view-only slide. They should log in to Naviance. That can be done from the district homepage. When they sign on to Naviance, make sure they use the single sign-on so that they are able to use their district credentials. I will insert a reminder shot of how to access the survey in Naviance. I wanted to make sure it came from an iPad instead of my laptop, but that will be there before Monday. The survey is very short and is meant to collect data to help us guide the next few lessons for seniors. Lastly, there is room for questions. On slide 11, continue to submit advisory questions, and then we will answer those in the following week, or personally answer them if it's a teacher-specific question. Thank you for your submission so far. If you read in the lesson plan, it also asks advisors to submit ideas and activities that they have incorporated in their classroom that are working well. If you wouldn't mind submitting any great ideas or processes or activities that you have created in your classroom that seem to be working well, we would appreciate and welcome all comments, and then we'll certainly share good ideas with the staff. And then lastly are the upcoming lessons for the different grade levels. You'll notice that we tried to tie in the bully prevention, compassion, and suicide prevention, 2 of those things being required items that we have to cover in advisory. We tried to make a grouped content of those topics so that it maybe flowed a little bit better from week to week to week, rather than having compassion and bully prevention and suicide prevention scattered all over the place. Our hope is that this ties some of those ideas together a bit better and allows for better conversation in the classroom. If you have any questions, contact a member of the advisory committee, or be sure to check out the lesson plan, which may add a bit more detail than what is shared in this video.